Lena, a love found and lost. Scene I. The first glance. The first time I saw her, I knew. Not just attracted. Not just a passing curiosity. I knew. The way the ocean knows the pull of the moon. She was the hottest, most beautiful woman I had ever seen. Eyes that danced like slow, sultry longing. A mouth that curled like it was asking, no, demanding to be kissed. And not gently. A kiss that would shatter your core and rewrite your entire being.
Soft. Full.
Sensuous. Her lips were the only thing I would remember in vivid detail, even decades later. And her voice, God, her voice, raspy, slick, sent tremors down my spine and awakened every inch of me. But she wasn't mine. Not yet. Maybe never. She was my best friend's sister. Scene 2. The rumor. She's not gay, Laura said. I only smiled, remembering the way Lena looked at me that Christmas lunch, undressing me with a glance. No straight woman looks like that. Not with heat in her stare and a river slick between her thighs. I smirked. Call me when she comes out. Laura laughed. We said goodbye. But Lena's name rested on my tongue like a whispered prayer. A craving. 2 months passed. 2 months of trying to forget what my soul had already memorized. Then came the call. Scene 3. The rooftop. So, are you happy now? Laura snapped. I blinked. What? She asked for your number, Laura growled. She fucking admitted she's a lesbian. I laughed, not a smug laugh. A relieved, I've waited my whole life kind of laugh. I don't want you with my sister, she added. You'll ruin her. Maybe I would. But I didn't care. Then the message came. Hi Sam, can I see you? My fingers typed on their own. Where? We met in the rooftop parking lot. She sat in her car, fresh from the gym, tight shirt, black tights, damp short hair. I stood outside, awkward. Then she asked me to get in. We drove to the farthest end. Almost secluded. Daylight couldn't reach us. She reached out, touched my face. Can I kiss you? She asked. I don't remember saying yes. Just her lips, soft, juicy, dangerous. The kiss deepened. A gasp escaped my throat. Her tongue danced into mine, teasing, exploring, claiming. She murmured against my lips. I want more. We kissed again.
Hungry. Starved.
Sacred. When I left, my whole body trembled. I drove home dazed, as if I had just woken from a life I didn't know I was asleep in. Scene 4. Her apartment, the first time. The days passed in a slow ache. Then, her name on my phone. Can I see you again? It felt like salvation. She sent her address. Not a public place. Not a cafe. Her apartment. Intimate. No exit. I didn't want one. I stepped into her space, and her perfume hit me. Not sweet.
Dark.
Like crushed petals, secrets, and longing. She handed me a beer. We sat. Awkward.
Stiff.
Talking about everything, weather, traffic, anything but the wildfire between us. Then her lips found mine. She tasted like longing, like home, like surrender. Her kiss deepened, her body pressed into mine. She stood, pulled me up, led me to her room. Clothes fell like broken promises. Her lips, once gentle, became hunger. Her hands found my breasts, her teeth teasing my nipples. Then lower, her mouth branding me with heat. I arched into her, gave her everything. I climaxed, trembling in her arms. She whispered, voice thick with truth. You were my test, to know completely. We lay tangled, the air thick with surrender. Scene V. The pull, the guilt. Weeks passed. Messages. Late-night calls. Stolen moments. Sacred silences. We weren't exactly single. But this wasn't cheating. It was transcendence. A force beyond fidelity, beyond definition. We tried to break it off. Each time, our resistance shattered. She asked me to join her at a work function. I went.
Proud. Whole.
Her colleagues smiled like I wasn't her secret. But guilt crept in, visible on her face in the days that followed. She asked to meet. I left a work event to see her. She was waiting when I pulled up. Eyes tired. face pale. Hi, she whispered. Hi, I answered. I want to make this work with Elaine, she said. Her girlfriend. But that means never seeing you again. I nodded. I couldn't speak. She got in her car. And just like that, she drove away, taking my breath, my heartbeat, my everything. Scene 6, the silence. No more messages. No more late-night calls. I had to go on, heart half dead, pretending that I hadn't lost the only love I ever truly believed in. Scene 7. The end and the beginning. Then, one cold July morning, a call.
Laura.
Her voice soft, thick with something heavy. Lena passed away tonight. My world stopped, imploded.
Broke.
I sat in the dark until the sun rose. But it didn't bring warmth, just reality. She was gone, and I had to go on as if my soul didn't just die with hers. Final scene, the vow.
Lena.
She still lingers. In dreams. In silence. In shadows. She was my muse.
My joy.
My pain. My undoing. She was the wife I never had. The forever that almost was. And if reincarnation is real, I will find her again. And love her again. And lose her again if I must. Because I would choose her. In every lifetime. Always. This is my final goodbye, Lena mi vida. It's been 11 years and still, your name finds me. Softly. Fiercely. Like the wind before a storm. I've tried to live, to love, to move, to let you go, but I see now that I never truly did. Because how do you let go of someone who wasn't just a lover, but a home? You were my wife in every way that mattered. In the way my soul leaned toward yours. In the way I reached for you, in the dark. In the way I loved you like I was born to. Nothing since has ever fit right. Every heartbeat after you has felt like an echo trying to be real. I've judged every touch, every kiss, every promise by the ache you left behind. And I'm tired, Lena. Tired of living haunted. Tired of building walls just to keep you from collapsing inside me again. Tired of pretending I ever stopped loving you. So, tonight, I speak it. You are my everything.
You still are a part of me.
And I don't want to run from that truth anymore. Lena, I've been lost without you. Wandering through the years like a ghost in my own life, chasing your shadow in every heartbeat that tried to feel like home. I never said goodbye. I buried that moment in silence, hoping time would dull it. But time lied. It never dulled you. It only made your absence louder. Tonight, I'm not saying goodbye to erase you. I'm saying it to honor you. To let the part of me that still loves you rest. I will always carry you, Lena. But I can't stay frozen in the moment you left. I need to live. I need to feel again fully. And I think, deep down, you'd want that for me. So I say it now, not to let go of love, but to let go of the pain. Goodbye, my love. Goodbye, my wife. My final letter to you, Lena. My love. There are no perfect words to begin this, only the ones that tremble out of me now. You've lived in the quietest corners of my heart for so long that I almost forgot what it felt like to breathe without you in the air. But here I am, finally letting myself say what I never could. You were my home. You were my wife, not by law, but by love, by soul, by everything that mattered. You changed me. You claimed me. And when I lost you, I lost the map of who I was meant to be. For 11 years, I've wandered through people, through places, through pain, looking for you in every touch that followed. And no one ever measured up, not because they failed, but because I was still bleeding where you used to live. I didn't say goodbye. I couldn't. And that silence became a wound I carried like a secret. But now I know, it's time. Not to forget you, not to erase you, but to free myself from the prison of a love that couldn't continue, because you weren't here to continue it with me.
I'm angry.
I'm broken.
I'm tired.
But I'm still here. And I want to live again. I want to love again. Not in your shadow, but in your light. So this is my goodbye, Lena. Not because I ever stopped loving you, but because I finally love myself enough to let you rest. You were never just a chapter. You were a whole book I kept rereading in the dark.
But now,
I'm ready to write a new one. Thank you for showing me what soul-deep love feels like. Thank you for haunting me until I remembered who I am. Goodbye, my love. I release you. And in doing so, I come back to myself. Always yours in the part of me that remembers, but no longer bound in the part that must move forward. With everything I have.
goodbye.